everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finding out if I actually get to keep Blue. Some reasons that I feel like I should adopt Blue are because she really loves me and I really love her, because I'll feed her and give her water every single day, and I will play with her and do it almost whatever she wants with her. And also she really loves flying around my house.
Hey everybody, I wanted to have a conversation with Capri and I thought I would film it because it's gonna have some really important tidbits of my thought process of whether or not Capri should adopt Blue and kind of the top concerns I have. That way, if you guys are kids out there looking to adopt an animal, whether it's a bird or not, and trying to convince your parents, you can kind of know the perspective that the parent is coming from. So one of my top concerns specifically with Blue is that she's had a really horrible past 6 years in the care of a hoarder, which means not being cared for, and all the other birds that she was housed with passed away and didn't make it out alive, which is really terrible and sad and horrifying. The fact that Blue had so little care in her past really concerns me with the longevity of her life. She may not have as long of a lifespan as a typical parrotlet would, and that really concerned me for Capri because I worry that she has already grown so attached that if this bird passes really early, like say we only have a couple really good years with her, I'm just kind of worried what that would do to you. And I brought this up to Capri really early on and her response totally shattered my heart into a million pieces. Do you remember what it was? So I brought up, what if we only have a really short amount of time with Blue, like she doesn't live that long? And Capri responded with, that's why I want to adopt her. That's why I feel like I should be the one that is her person, because if she doesn't have that long, I want to make sure it's the best that it can be before she passes, and she's just even more deserving of it. And I just thought that was so cool that Capri's really looking at it as it's not so much about the amount of time that we have, it's about making the most out of that time to make sure that Blue has the best quality of life possible in that amount of time, no matter what it is. And that meant a lot. Okay, so the second thing has been taking responsibility for Blue, because when we got Blueberry, our budgie, you had said that you would do everything and you didn't do like anything for Blueberry.
Blueberry's hard.
So I think the fact that Blue, I don't necessarily want to call her handicapped, but she does kind of have a little bit of a handicapness to her, has made it actually easier for you to care for her, and Capri has taken 100% responsibility over her. Now, I oversee things, I check things, I still make sure that there's water in the cage at all times. And, you know, just certain things, I'm always asking what her weight is, making sure Capri weighs her every day. But the amount of responsibility that you've taken on has been really, really impressive, so thank you. All right, so we got Blue in the shot because Capri can't resist being away from her for that long. I think we lasted about 2 minutes. The other thing that I was worried about was finances. So who's going to buy Blue? So what did you do to combat that one?
So my friends offered to help me get enough money to raise $100 for this little cutie.
So in the beginning, I thought that Blue's adoption fee was $100, which is similar to Clyde's adoption fee. But then we found out that it was actually only $60, so you went above and beyond in raising $100 for Blue. Capri also thought she needed to raise enough money for a cage for Blue, but Omelette was generous enough to donate a cage to Blue for this whole video series and for her life. So we were really excited, and Capri was excited because she got to actually match Blue's new cage to Blue. We got to get the teal one, so that was exciting. And the fact that Blue's cage looks different than Blueberry's, so we can really, really tell them apart.
Blueberry's cage is a gold and a white, and Little Scoops, or Blue, is blue and gold.
So I know that also you guys have probably had a lot of questions just health-wise. We did have Blue checked out by the veterinarian that sees all the rescue birds. We didn't really get a lot of information, and I'll be honest, I didn't agree with a lot of the things that we were sent home with for Blue, one of which was a sedative for the feather condition. I just kind of felt like, coming from the background that she did, it most likely isn't her doing that to herself. And I also got confirmation from a lot of the people that work at the rescue that they've never seen Blue self-mutilate. So we really feel like all of this sort of happened from the conditions that she was kept in. And until I hear from my avian vet that we need to do something like that, I'm not doing it. And since we haven't done it, because I know they did it originally when we first got Blue, just to get her through her exam and everything, we didn't do it since we've been home. And I feel like she's gotten more active, and we've been able to get a better range of how her health has been progressing, because her activity level's been going higher and her weight's been going higher, and all of that's really exciting. So we are getting her into a vet in about a month. We will probably have more answers for you on her health and condition by then, and we're hoping that we can make her look as good as possible before that vet exam. So for those of you trying to consider whether or not you're fit to adopt an animal, I would definitely recommend fostering first to see if that animal is an animal of which you can provide a thriving environment in. So it's super cool for us. We get to work with project birds and just do test runs to see how well they fit into our environment. Some we're able to make huge differences for, but maybe long term they'd be better somewhere else, while others, I guess, you know, maybe. Tell them how you raised $100 cash, because I will say I didn't think Capri could raise $100. So part of me was like, it's fine, she won't be able to raise the money and then I won't have to adopt this bird. But then you did it within about 2 or 3 days. Can you tell them how you did it?
The first thing I did is I went over to my friend's house and I told her so that we could think of ideas to get money for little Blue. Her mom was really generous and gave me $20 for her. I used part of my savings too to add up to that, and then my friend also gave me some more money, and a lot of my friends helped me raise a lot of money. Even some of our neighbors helped.
Hey, will you come here? I want to tell you something. I sent money to Ronnie's.
Yes!
You officially adopted Blue. Oh my gosh, I want to cry. You telling her? Blue, you have no idea what's happening.
You're adopted. He's like, what's happening? I adopted you, but I love you.